Hi, Eder Zanetti, Brazilian Amazon, and the fraud on the National Greenhouse Gases Inventory Paris Agreement. It is been several months right now that I've been denouncing on the Ministry of Environment, Ministry of Science and Technology, and Ministry of Agriculture in Brazil the fraud that people have done in the past with the National Greenhouse Gases Inventory. It is now clear, at least for us in Brazil, that the deforestation data and the burning Amazon data are defrauded. They are overestimated. Overestimatives that produce a result that's completely different from the reality. Those bad Brazilians, corrupted, they have been spreading this image, this negative image of our country for many years right now, and of course making money out of it. The strategy has been, okay, we claim that we have a high level of deforestation in Brazil. The Brazil is highly inefficient on land use, and then we need money to protect the forest, to stop people from developing it. It is a fraud. The Brazilian silviculture is the most successful case of the current technologies in the planet. No place in this planet trees grow so fast and so much. And this has been taken out of the National Greenhouse Gases Inventory. It will showcase that we are actually very efficient on this forest transition. We have the most productive forests in the planet. This productivity is what should be in the Paris Agreement. But, those public agents, official agents, and corrupted NGOs manipulated the data of the National Greenhouse Gases Inventory on the land use and land use change sector, and made super estimatives of our deforestation and our burning of the forests. The volumes that are all defrauded. And the result of this is that Brazil went to this Paris Agreement and presented submitted a position that is completely out of our reality. And this is what the world is seeing right now. The world is getting concerned about the deforestation in Brazil, where it should be happy, because it shows that Brazil is evolving on its land use change, and he has done this with high precision agriculture, precision silviculture, the highest productive places in the planet. All national greenhouse gas inventory Brazil from 2000 need to be reviewed using silviculture. People in Brazil, I have made this case against the government, and the people responsible for the inventory, they didn't deny it. They said, "Oh well, we didn't know the silviculture is so important." And then in the next time they say, "Well, we exchanged the term. We take out silviculture and put it as forests here in Brazil. But then when we delivered the result, we translated that again. So it's silviculture that we present." This is a fraud. It's a manipulation, and this manipulation makes the world think that the fighting deforestation in Brazil is the best option to stop the climate crisis. It's absolutely lie. This is a lie. What we need to do to revert the climate crisis is to use this excess, this large production of biomass that we have in Brazil. Biomass is renewable, so if you take it from the forest grows back again. And this is what we have been done highly efficiently in Brazil. So it is a global fraud, that the Brazilian government has done over the last 30 years to present a national greenhouse gas inventory from the land use change sector that was so alarming. And this has to be changed. So Brazil needs to review those inventories under the light of the silvicultural sector. For example, today we claim, our national greenhouse gas inventory claims that we have 650 million tons of CO2 emissions in the planet. This is a lie. This is an absolute lie. Only the production from the plantation forest in Brazil is 350 million cubic meters per year. It would mean that Brazil has credits, even with this result of 650 million, that is a fraud. If you put in the productive of only the forest plantations in Brazil, you have a positive result. So these people that has defrauded the inventory and are fooling the world into this greenhouse gas inventory of Brazil, they need to be put in public and and make them pay for the damage they did to the Brazilian image and to silviculture sector. The silviculture sector in Brazil is the solution for the global climate